Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I will be sharing how I make my, okay, I know it's time for you to come help again. Today I will be working on my fourth video. This is the fourth installment of the Fall Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge, and today I am working on embellishments for the journal. Three specifically, and I'm going to show you how I make them. So I have these really pretty leaves that I made. Everything is made out of the book pages, and it was a book that, of course, I found at the Dollar Tree. So I'm making the leaves. I have these little corner tuck. They can hold like little ephemera pieces, and they can also tuck on the side of a page. And then I made these little envelopes. So really cute. So let's go ahead and get started on this. This is the book I'm making. If you haven't seen making the cover and then putting together the pages, that's what I've done so far. So I'll have the link for the videos for those two videos down below, as well as I've got some little pieces there. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. I'll have the link for those two videos, as well as my shop with me and haul video. That was the first one. And if you would like to join in on the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge, all the information will be below in the description box. And yeah, pretty much you just need to tag me throughout your process, and then also at least tag me with your final book that you've made. But everything else, all the other tags, like from your haul to your process and then the final, each one of those will give you a chance into my giveaway, which will be this book here with all the fun goodies inside. So yeah, check that out, and hopefully you will join and do some sort of fall themed. It can be anything, like from pumpkins, Halloween, back to school, mushroom themed, apple themed, whatever you can find at your Dollar Tree that would make a fun fall themed journal. So alrighty, it could be Thanksgiving too. If you could find some like Thanksgiving cards at the Dollar Tree, make a Thanksgiving cover with one of the cards, and then just fill it with all the colors that would go with that. Just endless possibilities that you can do for fall. So anyway, let's get into this. Quit the chit-chatting. Let's get into it. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do these first. So if you've never made an envelope before, it's pretty easy. Mine I made with my We Are Memory Keepers envelope maker, but for a simple little card or little square envelope, you can do it with just a piece of square paper of whatever you have. So I have my book page here, and let's see, you'll need your paper trimmer. So what we want to do is make this square. So an easy way to make a square is just to take one corner of your paper and go up. And then if you don't have a paper trimmer, you can just use your scissors and just cut right along this line. But I'm going to just use my paper trimmer. And then I'm also going to trim this off so it's not jagged. Just like that. Alright, so now what you want to do is we are going to be folding in our corners here. To make our envelope. Let's go ahead and fold this one in. You're just barely passing that center, just like that. And then you'll come up like this. And then this will come down like this. So that, super simple, the most simple envelope you can make it. Just like that. That's if you don't have an envelope maker. I already made my envelope base here. Those are my pieces I'm using. So I did this, I glued it together. It's a little wonky. I think I got it off a little bit, but I glued inside here, those pieces, just right inside. Put some glue in here and then stick it down, and you've got your envelope. So I've got mine done already. I went ahead and took some Distress ink and went along the edges. And then what I want to do is do some little decoration here. So I have the lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to tie this off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and do it on the right side. I did it on the left side on that one. Need a little bit more here. Just doing a double knot, just like that. And then I fussy cut a leaf from the tool roll that they have there. So that's what I used. That's where I cut that from. And then I also went through the book that I had bought. I just found, it's one of their, if you go to their book section in the Dollar Tree, that's what I found this from. But I went through the whole book just one night when I was watching TV. I scanned the pages for any word that had to do with fall. So I found quite a few, and I wasn't even sure I was going to find some, but if you notice on this one, I found make pie, and then this one blessed, and I have another blessed here. And then for the other, for my corner tuck, I found, let's see where it is here. I found another word. Where is it? I think I lost it. They're tiny, but I found a bunch in my little baggie here. I found red fox, mugs of cider, autumn, another autumn, thank you, oak tree. Yeah, so it wasn't even a book about fall, but you can, if you search, just go through and scan every page. I know everybody doesn't have time to do that, but I mean, I just sat there. I think it took me like an hour while I was watching TV, and I just scanned through all the pages. But it just is a good way of making some tiny little ephemera. So I have blessed, and then I have this piece, and I'm just going to use some tacky glue and glue it down on top of the lace ribbon. Just put some drops of glue on each leaf. Stick that down there. And then I have one of the, this was a burlap leaf, and I've been cutting on it, but I'm using that as a little background to the word there. So I'm going to glue my word down on top of a piece of it and just cut it out. It's right here on one of the leaves. right there, Missy. You need to scooch out. There you go. Yep, you're the junk journal inspector. Okay, so now I'm just going to put some glue on the back of that and glue this down here. Just like that. There. So super cute. Now you can stick little tags in here or tickets or whatever you have, you know, whatever kind of ephemera. And now for this little corner here, you're going to take, I'm going to pull this in. You're going to take a square just like this, make your square like I did with this one by folding over one corner all the way up. Now what we are going to do is we're going to fold it in half like this. And what I ended up doing was tearing the edges. So this was rough along here. So I'm going to go ahead and rip my edges just to make it a little more rustic, I guess. Just like that. And now what you're going to do is take one of your corners and you're going to start folding it, but you're not going to go all the way. You're just going to line up this over here and leave yourself like a 1/2 of an inch there and just fold that like that. Now what you need to do is add some glue right here. And you're going to glue that down like that. And that is it. Now it's just embellishing it. So it's just a simple corner piece. On the page, you can glue this, put glue on the back here, just on the 2 straight edges, and glue it down so you have all these little tucks to put stuff in. Or you can put this open part here, the biggest part, over the corner of your page, and this will be on one side of the page, and then this will be on the other side. So, and you don't even have to glue that at that point. You could just stick it on the corner and use that like as a bookmark, and then you can move it around in your page. But let's go ahead and embellish this piece here. I have another one I'm going to move on to. It has already my distressing that I've done on it, so I'm going to go ahead and decorate this one. So I have the really cool flannel ribbon. Hopefully you guys are able to find this. I think it is just awesome ribbon. I'm going to leave a little bit off the edge because I wanted to make this like a little tail off there. So I'm going to hold it on and then just trim it here like that. And then I'm going to put some glue on the top here. And I always like to smooth out my glue with the ribbon just so it doesn't get like lumps, especially with the thinner ribbon. Sometimes you can even see the wetness of the glue through it if you don't smooth it out. Okay, now we're just going to make the little ears off here. And I don't have my good fabric scissors. I'm not sure what happened to them. But just fold your ribbon in half like that, and then trim up to the corner, and that'll make little ears there like that. Okay, now I fussy cut one of the pumpkins from the fabric, this fabric here that was from the Dollar Tree. So I just cut one of the pumpkins out. I'm going to glue that on. Just put little dots on the fabric, and I like to smooth it out so again you don't get lumps of glue. Just stick that down there, and then I have my little word, and I wonder, oh yeah, this is the word I was looking for, gratitude. It was hiding underneath. So I'm going to do the same so it pops off my embellishment. I'm going to glue it onto the little burlap leaf here. Just glue down that and trim this down. More there. Got a mess going on. Alright, then I'm just going to glue this whole thing down on top to complete my embellishment, my corner embellishment. Alright, so those two complete. Alright, for the final embellishment, we are going to be making these really fun book page leaves. And what I did first was I took one of my book pages and I painted it. I'm using some gouache paints, which I reviewed them, and I'll have a link for them down below. They're from Amazon, and it's a set of 36 gouache paints. I'll show you the box here. This is it. Pretty reasonable set. I think it was I can't remember, 25 or something like that, but it comes with a set of brushes. It comes with the paint palette, a paint palette knife, a sponge, and then all of the colors, all of the tubes of paint. And gouache paints are just a kind of a combination between an acrylic and a watercolor. So it starts out thick and you can add water, and it has the functionality of watercolors, and you can blend them and things like that, especially when you use it on watercolor paper. But we are doing it on the book page, and so that's what I'm going to show you how to do. What I want to do first is just put water in a good little area down here where we're going to start coloring. Just put a layer of water. It'll just help things to blend in and everything. And then I'm going to just start. I used orange, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and ochre. So just 4 colors. You can do whatever combination you want, but I just love the way those colors worked well on these pages. So I'm just going to dip my brush in the water and go over here, and let's see, I think I'm going to start with my orange and just pull a little bit off there, add the water in, and then go in here and just start doing splotches of color and just move it around. Add my water up in here, add some more color. See how dark that is? I didn't put the water down first, but it doesn't matter with this. You're just continually blending color in. And I'm going to move on to another color now. So I'm going to add some more water, and I'll add in my yellow ochre. Just go all over the page. And I'm going to move on to another color here, onto the burnt sienna. Yeah, this is burnt sienna. It's really, really bright. And I just keep, if it's too bright, you just add a little bit of water, pull some of that paint off, and move it to other parts of the page. Some more color here. Ooh, that's really bright. Make sure I'm in frame here. I'm gonna add some water to that and kind of drag it into the other colors and get it blended out. I love that. All right, now I'm gonna go on to my last color, the ochre. Add a little bit of water in there. Now, if you don't want to order these and you don't already have a good watercolor in your stash or gouache, Dollar Tree does have paints. They have, I'm pretty sure they have like a set of just regular watercolor palette, so you could totally use that. This is just what I have in my stash and what I've been enjoying using lately, so that's what I'm doing here. So yeah, those would totally work as well. And they do have, I've never tried the acrylic paints at the Dollar Tree, but they would probably work too. You could probably just water them down. Make sure you have your base watered, brush on some water onto your paper, whatever paper you're using, and yeah, then you'll be able to, it should work, I would think. So I am happy with this now, so I'm going to stop. But I do have another one that's already dried that we're going to do to work on some of those. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to use this in the book somewhere, maybe to make tags or something like that. And I've got a lot of extra paint here. The good thing about the gouache paints is that you can wrap these up. They could even dry, and you can reconstitute them with water. So if I decide to do that, I will, or I may just go in and use up the rest of the paint on another page. That's probably what I'll do. Do that later. So let me get rid of this, and I'll pull in the page that I already have made. So I have this one, and I will link these down below, but I just Googled fall leaf templates and came up with these, and I printed them out in all different sizes. So this one's kind of big. I'm not going to use that one, I don't think. I'm going to use the other ones. And then these leaves here are, I just cut on without a template because they're pretty easy. It's just making two mountains, I guess is what you call. So now I just traced these on the back. Used a pencil and traced my leaves on here. And I'm just going to do two for you today. But these, I love doing the doodling on the top of them. You would think it would take forever, but it really doesn't. It's really quick. And I'm going to trace this maple leaf on here. And if you have, you could also use leaf dies, or you could use your Cricut, I would think, if you want to like iron this out and put it on a Cricut mat. So now I'm going to cut these out really quick. Cut one off here and then I did another leaf tutorial. It was just a little short on this channel. If you wanted to see that, I cut leaves out of craft paper and then used a white marker, a paint marker, and did doodles that way. Pretty similar to this, but I just used the darker paper. And those turned out really fun too. So there's that leaf. It's really pretty. And cut this one out here. I'll use this for either more leaves or a tag or something. I've got plenty of leaves for this book, I think. So I'm gonna cut this. If you haven't joined in on the challenge yet, you still have time. Hopefully you can still find some things at your Dollar Tree for fall. I know they're already coming out with Christmas, which is really crazy, but I suppose that happens every year. Seems like it's always earlier, but like every year is earlier and earlier for Christmas. Alright, so we got that one. So now what you need is a black pen, or whatever pen you want to use. You can use like a dark brown. I have a Prismacolor marker that I've had since college, and it's double-sided. So I'm going to use the fine side. And it's actually about the size of a regular Sharpie, so you could use a Sharpie if you wanted. So now you can just get creative on these. You can see here all the different little patterns that I did. I just experimenting when I did these. But yeah, I did all those different ones. I'll show you how to do that one. First, what you want to do is just line your leaf with the marker. Just go all the way around. Like that. And then I made 3 lines, one coming from the center here up to the top, and then off to the side there, and then this other one off to the side. So it's going to be a little bit different than that. Now we're going to just start making lines and putting little dots on the end. Just like that. And I'll go into the center here. And I really love how the watercolor adding the paint and the water to the paper makes it kind of wrinkly, kind of like a dried leaf effect. So that, I really love that part of it. Just really adds texture to a flat piece of paper. So it's really pretty quick once you have an idea of what you want to do. And then you could stop there. I'm just going to go in and add like little dots in the open space. On all of these little areas here. Just like that. I think that looks really cool. And then on my other one, I really liked this. I think I like that. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So I just drew a line up through the middle, and then when I got to the top I started to make like a big loop like that, and then I just built off that and went into each little leaf, little mountain part there, whatever you want to call that, and did a leaf off of that like that. Each little area. Just like that. And then I went in and added dots in there. So that's really quick and simple, but I think it turns out really cute. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this today. I'll pull in everything that we made. Just really quick and simple. And when we go through, when I do the final flip through of my journal, you'll see how I put these in on the pages and stuff. So yeah, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment and subscribe. Hopefully you will join in on this challenge, and be sure if you do that you tag me over on Instagram at Creative Crafticality with a post of a picture or a video of your process, your haul, and then of course your final journal. And every time you do that, I will give you I'll count up every, all of that and give you like a chance or whatever into the giveaway. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.